choreographed by Christopher Dean. It is very, very risky. A huge crowd, the biggest crowd we've seen of this year's European. Their costumes are quite unique. It's Africa on ice.
Ted, this program is probably the most innovative, artistic, and unusual in all of the European Championship. There is great controversy behind the scenes about it. People make excuses because of its unorthodox approach, but I really feel that this is just an excuse not to give them the marks. They have the unfortunate position, however, in the last group to skate first, not an enviable starting position. That any of the detractors have for this performance is that, is it ice dancing? I think that one can ask that question for every single contestant in the top 5 in the European Championships.
Very high risk tolerance.
Well, something that's refreshing for me is to see authentic emotion, which is being interpreted in exact synchronicity with what they're doing. Generally, ice dancers tend to have a very artificial kind of emotional content to the program. I hasten to say the tragedy of this performance is that no matter what they do, no matter how original it is, because of their reputation, they simply will not get the top marks. This is the tragedy of figure skating today. How important reputations are prior to the competition. There was a slight mistake, perhaps a reason for not giving them top marks. Ted, a really wonderful breakthrough, I think, in skating history. We haven't seen anything as innovative and as usual as this since the Torvill and Dean era. I think that it was really something that Canadians can be proud of. We have to remember they are Canadians. It will also be interesting to see what the Canadian judge gives this pair in Calgary as they are French, and one would wonder what the Canadian judge would give this pair if they were Canadian. I really think it was a breakthrough. I don't think that they're going to get very high marks, however, but as far as all the skaters go behind the scenes, this was the definitive program. This was the most interesting, certainly the most adventuresome choreographically.
Well, they're getting a great ovation from a huge crowd here, the biggest crowd of the entire championship so far, and they're still applauding as they await their marks. Isabelle and Paul Duchesnay, Canadians, skating for France. Martin Duchesnay is their coach. Judges are standing up, wondering what to do.
Well, Ted, I don't really think the judges are wondering what they're going to do. They're probably wondering how they will be able to explain their marks, because I think the marks are probably already given way before the performance was skated.
Great ovation, and Paul and Isabelle got up to acknowledge it. They've really caused a great deal of turmoil here. Look at this audience. They're trying to intimidate the judges. And now the marks are up. And so far they are first place marks, the highest marks. But look at that, the Polish marks. I will never understand a 4.7 from the Polish judge. Just what in the name of common sense was going on there, one doesn't know. The rest of the marks probably are a little bit low, really, but what we would have expected.
Ted, whether or not they make it to the podium, and they certainly should, this was a major triumph for them.
Look at this. Now a 5.2 from Hungary, for heaven's sake, but West Germany gives them a 5.9. Italy gives them a 5.9. The rest are, but that Pole, I don't know who the Polish judge is one Mrs. Maria Balzik-Miller, but a 4.8 after a 4.7 for their first set of marks.
But Ted, if they had received 5.9 from every judge, marks like this with the controversy that rages around them is far better for their reputation.
They're asking that is the Polish judge. That is Maria Balzik-Miller, who gave them 4.7 for their first set, 4.8. An inquisition prevails, one would think. Oh, isn't this marvelous? We're having a grand time here, and there's the Canadian couple who skate for France.
Ted, this has made the whole competition worthwhile for me, because it is really a breakthrough artistically, and we have Canadians to thank for it. It makes me feel very proud.
Mr. Dydek there, who is the ISU official, the gentleman with the gray mustache. There's the judge again, the red-headed lady from Poland. Well, she's not very popular here.
Ted, come on, let's boo. We've got to boo here. Boo!
That young couple, Canadians, who skate for France in the European Championship, have caused more uproar, more excitement than anybody else in these entire European Championships. Look at those faces, not one change of expression. Martin, their coach, is really enjoying this. He stirred everything up.